How to survive a tight budget. It's not about the amount of money you get, it's how you're using it. Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moth and rust do not destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Has money ever been a struggle to you? How? Money is a necessity of life. We use it every day. We need it to survive, to get the things we want. And more often than not, money may even be the cause of broken relationships. How should we view money? How should we use it? How can we survive a tight budget? This lesson will shed more light on these questions. Know its true function and purpose. Money should not be the basis of your self-worth. Then he said to them, "Watch out! Be on your guard against all kinds of greed. A man's life does not consist in the abundance of his possessions." We are tempted to use money with wrong motives. We sometimes use money to buy security and happiness. Some of us use it to gain popularity, friends, good relations, and reputation. But money or possessions should not be the basis of our self-worth. Money is for our basic needs. Money should be used to provide our basic needs, such as food, clothing, shelter, education, and health. Before buying something, ask yourself this question: is this a need or a want? Sometimes we get caught up in a large debt because we keep buying things beyond our means. Money is for blessing others. In fact, the Bible tells us in Acts chapter 4 verses 32 to 34 that money should also be used to help others who are in need and for expansion of God's kingdom. For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. Some people, eager for money, have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with many griefs. This verse reminds us that money is not evil in itself. Money is neutral, and the love of it becomes the root of many evil. So it is always important to ask ourselves whether money or material possessions have mastered us already. Stop and reflect. Where does a big part of your money go? Know how to maximize for today. Spend only on things that will be of real use to you. It is important for us to identify our needs and wants. As early as now, we must learn to value that it took hard work for our parents or you to earn money, so spend only on things that will be of real use to you. Be content with what you have right now. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. We need to be content with what we have right now, instead of acquiring more of the same stuff that you have, or changing your cell phone every 6 months when you know that it will serve the same purpose. Save up for more important things. Remember that it's not being stingy, it's being wise. Here's what you can do to maximize your budget. List down your expenses for the next 15 days. Be more conscious and know where your money is spent. Keep a record, a small notebook or palm. Stop and reflect. Am I spending beyond my means, that I tend to borrow money just to get the latest cell phone, computer, clothes, etc., without knowing if I'll be able to pay back immediately? How can I maximize my budget? Know where to invest for tomorrow. Turn your expenses into investments that will give you the biggest return. Ask God to lead you in spending your money on things that will have eternal impact. Remember that you cannot take anything with you when you die. We can see this in Psalm chapter 49 verses 16 to 20. Do not be overawed when a man grows rich, when the splendor of his house increases, for he will take nothing with him when he dies. His splendor will not descend with him. Though while he lived, he counted himself blessed, and men praise you when you prosper. He will join the generation of his fathers, who will never see the light of life. A man who has riches without understanding is like the beasts that perish. For example, you can invest your money on temporal things that also has the capacity to reap eternal rewards, like getting a good Bible, going to a retreat, or supporting a mission. Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moth and rust do not destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Stop and reflect. Where am I spending or investing my money the most? Am I making wise investments? How would you describe your budget? Generous, just enough, or really tight? How well are you prioritizing your budget? A plus, B, C, D, F. How can you maximize your budget from now on? What wise investments can you make today? Be sure to hit the subscribe button and click the bell to be notified for our last lesson in this series, Survivors.